Welcome to Vivid Nightmares, where nightmares come true. My name is Valeria, and today I want to share with you a terrifying experience that I lived in an abandoned viewpoint, a place that left an indelible mark on my mind and soul. It all started on a gray and windy autumn afternoon. I decided to explore an old viewpoint that stood alone on top of a wooded hill. From below, the place looked like a forgotten vestige of the past, with its rotten wooden structure and broken windows that looked like empty eyes staring into infinity. As I climbed the creaky, dry leafy steps, I felt the atmosphere subtly change. The air became denser and colder, as if permeated with the presence of those who once sought refuge in this place now abandoned to their fate. When I reached the platform of the viewpoint, I found a desolate but fascinating view. In the distance, trees swayed in the wind, creating shadows that danced on the leafy ground. The sky was cloudy, filtering sunlight intermittently and adding a somber tone to the landscape. It was then that I noticed something out of place. In a corner of the viewpoint, almost hidden by the weeds that had taken over the place, I discovered an old rusty telescope. Intrigued by his solitary presence, I approached and watched him curiously. He seemed frozen in time, as if he was waiting for someone who would never return to look through his dusty lenses. With a shiver running down my spine, I decided to look through the telescope. At first, all I saw was the dark and blurred landscape due to the lack of cleanliness and the passage of time. But as he adjusted the focus, an indistinct shape began to take shape on the horizon. It was a human figure, with its back to me, standing in the middle of the clearing in the forest. His silhouette was dark and blurry, but he seemed to be staring down the lookout with an intensity that made my blood run cold. I couldn't see his face, but his presence was unsettling, as if he were watching from an unreachable distance. Panic took hold of me and I quickly looked away from the telescope. When I mustered up the courage to look back into the clearing, the figure had disappeared, leaving only the disturbing stillness of the forest and the rustle of the wind through the trees. I descended from the viewpoint with trembling legs and my heart still racing from the experience. Since then, I avoid passing near that place, tormented by the feeling that something or someone is watching me from the shadows of the abandoned viewpoint. Thank you for joining me in this story full of suspense and mystery. Remember, even the quietest and most peaceful places can hide secrets that defy our comprehension and disturb our deepest dreams. Until next time. Goodbye. Welcome to Vivid Nightmares, where nightmares come true. My name is Valeria, and today I want to share with you a terrifying experience that I lived in an abandoned viewpoint, a place that left an indelible mark on my mind and soul. It all started on a gray and windy autumn afternoon.